Yo, what's going on, everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace your front brake pads on a B8 or a B8.5 Audi S4. So right now in there, I have the red stuff, and I'm going to be switching them out with the yellow stuff from EBC. So if you guys don't know what I have done in my car, either look in the description or check out my other videos. I do have a mod list video. Check out the most recent one. Drop a like and subscribe. But if you guys are wondering why I'm switching them out because the red stuff wasn't handling for all the modifications that I have for my car. And the red stuff is technically not meant for like race use. And I do a lot of street racing and shit like that. So had to switch over to the yellow stuff. So I have the yellow stuff right here in front of me. It's by EBC, like I said, right here. So these are for track and street race use, as you can see. And I already have the other side put in, but yeah, they do come wrapped up pretty nice. These are the ones that I'm about to put in. So if you guys are interested in some EBC brake pads and you guys don't know which ones are for you, if you guys have an Audi S4, I would suggest going to ECS Tuning and basically typing in and looking it up, because they have a little better chart than this. But as you guys can see, the yellow stuff for fast street car and entry-level track car. So it's gonna be, supposedly it's supposed to be better than the red stuff. So I'm hoping it's better than the red stuff, that way I don't have to upgrade to the big brake kit. But yeah, enough of that. If it doesn't work, I'll let you guys know, obviously. But this is how to do a DIY on how to change your front brake pads on a B8 and B8.5 Audi S4. So step number one, jack the car up and take the tires off. All right, so now that the car is jacked up and the wheel is off, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is take this off. So you're gonna need, where is it at? You're gonna need like a little hook or something. So this is what I'm gonna be using. And you're really gonna literally yank that shit back at you. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm gonna put a towel over it because I don't want that shit to smack me in my face. I'm gonna put a towel over it and take it off, and then we'll get to step two. All right, it was a little less dramatic than explained, but what I did, so it basically goes on here like this. So what I did was put the pick on this side and just yank it, and it literally just did that. But you're gonna wanna save this unless you have a new one to replace it with, but you're gonna wanna save this because you're gonna need to put this back on. But step number two, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe it is a 13mm bolt. There are two of them back here, and I'm gonna get back there to show you guys with the flash on. Hold on. All right, so moving back here from the front, as you guys can see, I do have the red stuff in there. We're gonna slap those out with the yellow stuff. Super excited, but as you guys can see, on the top part, there's a bolt right here, and there's one more bolt at the bottom, as you guys can see it. It's this one right here. So what you're gonna wanna do is take those two bolts off, and that'll actually release the caliper somewhat, because you're gonna have to use some arm muscle, but it'll release it somewhat. So you do have to get that completely off, but be careful not to rip these rubber boots right here, because if you do, it's man, it's gonna be a bitch to get some more and to get on. So be careful with those. I'm gonna take those off. That is step number, I believe, 2 or 3. So let's get into it. All right, so now that the two bolts are out of the top and the bottom, the next step to do is to, I'm slipping on everything. The next step to do is to actually, oh wow, so this side doesn't come with it. All right, well, if you were doing the driver's side would have had a sensor that was under here. So you're gonna wanna unplug the sensor, and then there's gonna be a little hook on there. So what you're gonna wanna do is grab your little pick, pull the hook and rotate it down. That'll pop out the little brake pad wear sensor, and it'll be right here, and you could just pop it up like that. But we're gonna skip that because I'm on the passenger side, as you guys can see, and it doesn't have it. So the next step after that would be to, basically you're gonna wanna pry this out with a flathead screwdriver right in here. You see in there, you're gonna wanna put it in the middle of that and shake it. And then at the bottom too, which is right here, you're gonna wanna put it in there and shake it. You're gonna wanna do this 3 to 5 times. Take your time, don't be too rough with it. 3 to 5 times, and then it should just like shake up. So next time you see this, it'll be off the car. All right, so just like that, it's off the car, but I do want to tell you guys to be careful for this line over here. You do not want to snap it. I do have this just sitting on top of the rotor, which is probably a dumb idea, but the shit is sitting pretty well, as you guys can see. I know some people zip tie them up here and have them hanging, but I'm going to do a quick brake job. As you guys can see, I'm just going to pull the brake pads right out. Here's one, and then be careful not to drop this. If you drop this, that line is going to snap, and it's going to be a bad day. But for these ones, you just pop them right out. They will have a clip, as you guys can see. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get this back down As you guys can see, it's up. Anytime you recompress this, I guess, piston, you're gonna wanna pump your brake pedal. So after this, I'm gonna have to pump the brake pedal to make sure that everything is good. If you don't pump the brake pedal, then the car will not stop. So make sure you pump the brake pedal to save your life, save somebody else's life. But yeah, you're gonna wanna compress this down and then put the new pads in. As you guys can see, this is the red compared to the yellow. The red, it was used a little bit, but not too much. So I could actually reuse these, but I'm not going to. But I'm gonna put the yellows back. I'm gonna put the yellows on, and hopefully they work really good. So I will give you guys my review of the yellow stuff and the red stuff at the end. But yeah, so everything's pretty much off. This is what it looks like. Make sure you don't cut this boot again too, just like these ones, because it'll be a really bad day. But yeah, I'm gonna pop the rest in there and we'll throw it back on, buckle it together. It's the same steps. Make sure you plug in your sensor if you have one. Put these on correctly and put in the two things, but make sure the two boots don't get caught in the back. I'll show you guys that when I put it on. But yeah, I'm gonna put the brake pads on now. Okay, you guys see how the brake pad won't hook onto that bar in there? It's because the little boots in the back are being stopped. So you're gonna have to push those little boots up while you're moving this back. Otherwise this won't work and you'll cut the boot, rip it, all that shit. This is what I was talking about with the boots in the back. So you just wanna basically, I can't do it on camera. Let's see if I can. Holding the caliper up with my leg right now. But what you're gonna wanna do is just push this shit forward, because it does go forward, and then get it past there. As you guys can see, the top one just hooked up, but I'm pretty sure, oh my bad, I got a lot of shit in the way. Pretty sure the bottom, yeah, I'm pretty sure the bottom is getting caught, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna have to push this up, and then it'll go right in. And then, as you guys can see, the brake caliper is back into place the way it should be. So the last thing to do would basically be button these two bolts back up in the back that we took off from the top and the bottom. And then to put this, where the fuck did it go? There we go. Put this little spring on right here. So what you're gonna wanna do for this is basically, shit, my bad. What you're gonna do for this is basically push use both hands, push force right here, and then it'll slide forward and clip in there, and make sure these are on the sides the way that they came. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the front brake job. Make sure you guys pump the brake pedal in the car. Like and subscribe also, but make sure you guys pump the brake pedal, get the gas, or not the gas, get the brake fluid going again. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get this bolted back on, that way this shit doesn't fall off, because it's kind of just free hanging on this little pole up here. But all right guys, so I did install all 4 of the brake pads, the 2 front and the 2 rear, and they're handling way better than the red stuff. I'm gonna do a quick pull. It has a little bit of a noise to it, but that's because of the friction, but everything's going pretty good. I might upgrade to the big brake kit. I don't know yet, but it's definitely handling way better than the red stuff brake pads. I would definitely recommend the yellow stuff if you guys are doing a bunch of mods, or if you guys already have a bunch of mods, the yellow stuff does work. But yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.